If you're a bathroom remodeler, you know that getting leads and actually booking appointments are two separate stories. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can turn more leads into appointments using SMS follow-up, using the 3 golden rules of SMS follow-up. So let's start with the first one. Speed is king. This is something you hear about a lot when it comes to lead follow-up, and it totally applies to SMS follow-up as well. When I say speed is king, what do I mean? I'm saying you want to keep response times within 5 minutes. So as soon as a lead comes in, you want to have a text go out within those first 5 minutes. But even further than that, what you want to do is every time when a text response comes in, you want to be able to respond to them within 5 minutes. And the sooner the better. If you can respond to them within seconds, that's ideal. Now, to make this happen, there are 2 ways you can do it. The first is by having dedicated staff that all they do is just do SMS follow-up. Now, that's not always realistic. So now an option that's out there and actually works pretty well is robots, using automations to take care of a lot of the responding and reaching out to prospects and bringing them to that next step. So what we do is we actually use a hybrid of using dedicated staff and then also automations to keep response times within 5 minutes. Now, the next golden rule is utilizing micro commitments. When you have a lead come in, they are probably from a source that is on the colder side, so they may have not heard of you before. And it's important that you don't go straight for the kill. You don't want to go straight from a lead just opting in to saying, hey, what time would you like to talk on the phone? That's too forward. So instead, what you want to do is you want to make sure that especially the first question that you ask is a no-brainer yes. So an example of this is, let's say someone opts in and you have a promotion going for a certain dollar off remodel, your remodel. And I'm not suggesting this as a promotion strategy. That's actually typically not what we do, but it's what I see a lot. So let's just run with that example. If you say, hey, opt in for $500 off your remodel, the first text that you would want to send out is, hi, I saw you requested your $500 off. Would you like me to send you or secure those $500 off your remodel, or something like that? It should be a no-brainer yes. Now, another thing when it comes to micro commitments is after that first easy yes, you want to be sure that all of your questions are binary. So if the next step is to have a call, instead of asking when is a good time to give you a call, that's not a binary question. That's an open-ended question. And it puts the work on their side. What you want to do instead is you want to have bite-sized micro commitments that are binary. So an example of this is, let's say the next step is to schedule that call. You'd want to first ask, do mornings or afternoons work better for you? It's a binary question, mornings or afternoons. Once they say mornings or afternoons, let's say they say afternoons, what you want to do is, again, you want to look at your calendar and give them binary options. So you want to say, does 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. work better for you tomorrow? Instead of, oh, afternoons are free, what works well for you? Because now the work is on their side. All right, the third golden rule is that the fortune is in the frequency of the follow-up. What I see a lot in follow-up in general is that there's just not enough. You reach out the first time, you don't hear anything back. Maybe you send one more message, but that's it. That's just not enough when it comes to following up with leads that actively opt in to something that you've advertised. So one guideline that I would like you to start using, and if you implement this, your conversion rate from leads to appointment will skyrocket. I guarantee you that. And that is to always have at least 2 follow-ups at every stage of the process. So when I say 2 steps, I'm not saying have 2 follow-ups and then let the ball drop, but at every step of the conversion process, there are places where your prospects can slip through the cracks. So let me just show you what this looks like. This here would be an example of a conversion process. A lead comes in, and the blue boxes are what you're texting. The green boxes are what your prospect is texting. So the first text is, hey, I saw you inquired. Would you like more information? Are you interested in more information on this? They say yes. They say, great. The best way, like this is not a public offer, the best way to give you all the information is on a quick phone call. Do mornings or afternoons work better for you? They say mornings. You send them a few options. They say 10 a.m. and you schedule them. It's a straight line down. The problem is this is not realistic. At each one of these sections, there's potential drop off where they do not respond. So what you want to do is you want to have 2 follow-ups for each of the places where someone can drop off. So let's say you send the first text. You say, hey, I saw you opted in. Would you like more information on this promotion? You don't hear back. You send the first follow-up. Hey, just wanted to follow up. Is this offer still something you're interested in? Don't hear back. You do the follow-up too. Hey, did you get my last 2 messages? Just asking because sometimes messages don't go through. That would be an example of 2 follow-up messages. Now, that is not the only place that people drop off. It's an important place, but it's not the only one. So if they actually respond to that first message and they say, yes, I'm interested, then you would say, okay, do mornings or afternoons work better for you? Again, they might not respond. So you would follow up saying, hey, what is a good, basically you restate the question in different ways for that follow-up. And then same thing again. If they give mornings or afternoons and you send over times, you want to follow up if you don't hear back. And 2 is really just the bare minimum. We have sequences that actually have more follow-ups. And as you get deeper into this conversion process, you actually want more follow-ups. You don't want all of the follow-ups in the beginning here, because after 2 follow-ups in the beginning, if they don't respond, you'll probably want to leave them alone. But if they've made it to this stage and they don't respond, you'll want to follow up because they're hot and maybe something just came up that made them forget about you temporarily. So to conclude this video and to recap everything, the 3 golden rules of SMS follow-up are: first, speed is king. You want to be sure that you're texting prospects within 5 minutes of opting in and respond to them within 5 minutes of them responding to your text. The second is you want to have micro commitments. You want to make sure that the first question you ask is a no-brainer yes, and each question after that be very easy, some binary question, yes, no, or give them 3 options. And the last is the fortune is in the frequency. You want to be sure that at each conversion point, you have at least 2 follow-up messages. Now, there are 2 ways you can go about this. The first is you can build all of this in-house, which comes with a few issues. The first is it's very expensive because to be able to respond within 5 minutes, you need a dedicated person where all they do is text. And you need this person not only to work regular hours, but also after hours, on weekends, on holidays. Because if you're running ads, the ads don't take breaks on the weekend. or after hours. So you want to be sure that when leads come in, you're there to meet them. And that can be really expensive because you need multiple staff members where all they do is text. So that's the first thing you need. And then the second thing is technology. You want to be sure that you're using a system that actually has a lot of these features like the automated follow-up built in. And that's not easy to find. Or it's not easy to find systems that have everything baked in and the templates ready to go. So if you want to go that route and do it yourself, be my guest. If you want us to help you with that process, where we actually provide the staffing, the technology, and all of that to convert your leads, go ahead to remodelboom.com, schedule a call, and we'd love to have a conversation with you on what that would look like. So just go to remodelboom.com and we'll see you there.